Hello ladies, how is everyone? This is Love from Hanging Out with Love. Welcome to my channel if you are new, and if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure that you click the subscribe button immediately so you can stay abreast every time that I post, which is every Wednesday. And today I want to talk about emotions and feelings. Like, that stuff is so natural. You know, it's natural to desire to have sex. It's natural to want to be held. It's natural to crave that social connection and want to talk to men. And it's natural what we call selection, that selection process when we decide, you know what, he's a nice guy, but this guy could provide me with a better life. And to be honest, most men, they don't have what it takes to create your life because they don't know you like that, right? They don't really know what you need. Sometimes they don't even know women that well. But when I meet someone, I'm like, how can I utilize his resources for the betterment of my life? And how does he see me fitting into his life picture? So y'all, here is twofold. How can I use his resources for the betterment of my life? And how does he see me fitting into his picture? So you have difficulty when you don't look at what resources he has and how he can benefit you, and or when you don't look at the other side of how does he see me fitting into his life. Why is this important? So you may meet a man who's wonderful. He's willing to provide for you and make sure that you have a great life, but he has expectations of you that you are not able to meet. So for instance, there may be a man who is self-employed, and now that you are his wife, he wants you to work at the family business. But you may already have a vision of what you want your life to look like. You may have your own business. You may actually want to work. You may want to just be a stay-at-home mother. Like, you know what, as soon as I get married, I want us to plan for a baby, and then that's it for me. I just want to be a homemaker, make sure you're okay, make sure the children are taken care of, and the home is peaceful, and that's it, right? So you have to decide for yourself, first of all, what do I even want? And when you meet a man that doesn't fit into that picture, that doesn't mean that you have to cut him completely off if you don't want to. If you believe in keeping men around as friends, then you can keep them as that, but know yourself. I know myself so well that I know at certain seasons in my life, it's okay for me to have friends because I'm okay with that, right? But then we as women go through different seasons. So during the time where you're ovulating, or if you have baby fever, right? Going back to that biology, you may not be able to hang out with Craig or talk to him on the phone because he may say the right thing to you in that very moment. And in a moment of weakness, you lose yourself. You lose those values and those morals that you once held very close to you. Because Craig doesn't have the resources you need, and that's why he's in the friend zone. So again, it's very natural to have certain biological feelings, but guess what? We're human. And so although other animals or species on the planet have these same biological urges, we have a consciousness where we are able to combat that. And in order for you to be able to stand strong and hold firm to what you believe in, you have to be solid in it. It's just like when you go to a restaurant and you're like, you know what, I want steak, right? So you see the menu, you want the steak, and you tell the waitress, I want a steak. And then the waitress says, you know what, we have a grilled chicken breast that is to die for. It's stuffed with, I don't know, capers and mozzarella cheese and a blend of spices, and it's just delicious. I would pair it with the asparagus or the garlic mash, right? And you're like, oh, let me get that. But when you're firm in your decisions, right, you're like, no, I really appreciate the suggestion, but I still want that steak though. The stuffed chicken breast sounds good, but I want that steak, right? And this is why simple things like, these are my notes from the book club earlier, but simple things like a pad and a piece of paper, right? A pad and a pen, a pad and a piece of paper. Lord, a pad and a pen, they matter. Because this is where we can flesh out our ideas. This is where we can really pour into ourselves and write it out and look at what it looks like. This is what I want for myself. Does this man fit into this picture? If the answer is no, you have to fight those urges. Now, when you don't, what could be the consequences? You could catch feelings for this person. They may catch feelings for you. You could have an unwanted pregnancy. You could, there's a plethora of things. Have a stalk on your hands. Get an STD. Of course, other things can happen like that with people that you do want, right? But essentially, it's just being aware and being purposeful. Like when people tell you to move with purpose and move like you have a destination, that matters. Be intentional. We hear that word all the time, intentional. But what does intentional mean? Intentional means know what you want and head in that direction. Okay? You can't say, I want to be fit. I want this body. I want to wear this size dress, and then eat whatever the hell you want to and never work out. You're not being intentional. So you're saying that you want this, but you're not going after it. And this is why you have men in these different communities who complain about, oh, well, women say they want a good man. Women say they want a provider, but then they get one and they mishandle him. And I'll be honest with y'all, if that's one of my pet peeves, is a woman who has a man that really takes care of her and really loves her, and she doesn't appreciate them. That disgusts me, because I'm sitting in consultations and on Zoom with women who really feel like they have lost everything. They're losing their minds because they put their all into a situation, and they thought that other person was putting their all into a situation, and they figured out that's not what that was. And so now they're hurting and they're broken down, and then you have women who have that and they just mishandle the fuck out of you. You know, and don't get me wrong, I know that men can be just as wrong for how they do women, but we come a dime a dozen, just being honest. Like, they have so many options, right? And we have a lot of options as well, but let's be real, we think a lot. And so with our options come, oh, he has to be this height. He has to make this amount of money. He has to have this type of attitude. He has to treat me this way. We're so specific that we really put ourselves in a box when it comes to dating. And men just don't do that. They're very open. You get what I'm saying? So when I say that, it's not to say that, you know, a man is not wrong for how he mishandles a woman, but 9 times out of 10, the next woman he dates is going to be just as good as you. Give those same attributes, that same love, and if he's ready for her, they can thrive. You know? But a lot of times for us, it's like, especially when you're dating a provider, they come few and far between. Like I've told y'all, even on this platform, when I break up with somebody, I really consider what I'm doing. I don't just jump the gun and say, F you, I'm done with this. I really think about it, because I'm about to leave a man who was providing for me. And so my reasons have to be solid. How am I being treated? Do I feel respected? Am I in danger? You get what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on for me to leave? It has to be a compelling reason. I will stay in a relationship. I will talk things out. I will figure it out before I just cut you completely off. Because by the time I get into another relationship, I don't know when that could be, because I have a standard of being with a provider. And a lot of the men that just approach me, they're not that. And a lot of them will tell you, I'm not that, and still try to date you or deal with you. And I'll be like, nah, but nice to meet you. Hold that down, right? So this is just being completely transparent. It's natural. I get those feelings. I want to be held by somebody. I want to talk to somebody on the phone. I'm thankful that I'm blessed with different men around me who I can call and talk to when I need somebody to talk to. If I need advice, you know, I can call my grandfather, I can call my uncle. Like, I have men in my life who I can tap into for that masculine energy. And if I really wanted it, there are people who I could sleep with as well, but I don't want that. Why? Because I know when I'm giving my body to somebody, that's like the ultimate form of submission for a woman. That's the ultimate sacrifice. And some of you may not feel this way, but I just take my body and my energy way too seriously to just be giving it up to anybody. So like I said, yes, it is natural. It's very natural and it's very normal. But natural and normal does not mean that it is impossible to get past. Don't ever allow your hormones, whether it be biological or whether it be, you know, inflicted by someone else, like they're trying to seduce you. Don't allow that to cloud your judgment. Think about what you want and what you need in that very moment, you know, and find ways to get that. Sometimes y'all feel like, oh, I need sex, but it's really intimacy that you need. It's really a hug. It's really, you just need people around you. You need to feel that body heat. I'll call my friends so quick. We'll sit on the couch, cuddle up, watch a movie. I'll cook some good food. They'll hug me. Like, okay, I'm like, it's intimacy that I'm craving. That doesn't mean that I have to go out and have sex with somebody to get that. And when I do decide to sleep with someone, it's going to be somebody who's doing what he's supposed to do. And that's just that on that. Like, I have to feel safe. I have to feel secure. And I don't feel secure with anybody. I gotta have sex with you and I'm looking over my shoulder thinking, damn, well, if I get pregnant by him, what could happen? You know, am I going to be okay? That's too much uncertainty for me. So, you know, for me, it's best for me to just have sex within the realm of a relationship. But again, not all people think that way. So if you want to have sex outside of a relationship, make sure he breaking bread. Make sure you don't need for nothing. You don't want for anything. Make sure that man respects you. Like, put a price on it. Put a price on it. Men know that women cost. We're not cheap. These industries that they have out, if women stop buying clothes and shoes and, you know, certain designer items, people would literally be shit out of luck, out of business, out of a legacy, out of everything, right? They make billions and trillions of dollars on women. So if we have all this maintenance, if we come with all this, what the fuck makes you think you can approach me and I'm just going to be at your service for the free? Why? Why would I do that? If that's what you want, you go find it, but that's not me. I would nunca allow myself to put myself in a predicament where I can't think straight. My loins are leading me, right? Get you a toy, do something, figure it out, but don't be giving up no kitty cat to these broke men. I'm telling you, you regret it every time. You'll regret it every time. So peace and love to you. I didn't do any shout outs. Hey Cece, hey Tay, hey Vinny, and hey Lachey. I'm about to post this video to my YouTube channel, and just take care of yourself. Remember, like I said, yeah, it might be natural and normal, but control yourself. Keep it in. We're not men. We don't have to have sex like they do. We don't. Just being honest. What we need is security. And typically when we crave that, it's either because our bodies really want to have a baby or we're craving intimacy. And if you're not in a committed relationship, if you're not married to a man, if you're not being taken care of, you do not need a baby right now. Especially if you're not in a position where you can be financially secure by yourself with a child. Because there's just a lot of uncertainty. Okay? Y'all ever heard of the term, the phrase, mama's baby, daddy's maybe? A mom will always have to be responsible for her child. So make sure that you put yourself in position to win. Okay? Life insurance on that man. Making sure you have a savings account. Making sure you actually family plan. Go talk to a financial advisor. How much money should I have saved before I have my baby? Figure out what you want to do before you have the baby. Don't just schedule doctor's appointments with an OBGYN and not consider the birth. Do you want a doula? You know, I want a doula. I want a home birth. I'm going to get that. I'm not having my baby in a hospital. I'm not taking no medications. Well, I might take that back once I feel what I feel, but that's the plan, right? So it's like, get what you want. Figure it out. Have you even envisioned what you want your life to look like as a mother? Are you prepared for that? Because right now, the position I'm setting myself up for, yes, a man can take care of the bills. I can run my business. I can have a baby, and I'll be good. If, God forbid, anything happened to him, now we have life insurance. We're still taken care of. I can still operate my business. I still have my baby. Now I can hire help to help me with the baby while I'm going through this transition. See, this is the thing about poor decisions. Well, decisions in general. Life doesn't stop happening after you make certain choices, right? So you can make your life that much harder by just choosing the wrong person, not being mentally prepared, not being financially prepared. And I understand, like, life is fluid. You know, we're supposed to be enjoying this experience, but y'all can still enjoy your experience and plan some things out. Like, it's okay. It's fine. Slow down. Really examine, what do I want for myself? That man that's in and out of your life, that's being inconsistent with you, why you keep talking to him? Ask yourself, what the fuck is he here for? Is he here because he really wants to be here, or is he here because I keep letting him in? I'm allowing him access to me. Why is he here? Am I bored? Do I need support? Go get that. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, let them know, hey, look, right now, I just really need some good energy around me. Let's go out to eat. Let's have some fun, right? Find you some other shit to do. Stop feeling like you always have to be in a man's face. It's okay. And I have been there. I get bored. I start calling all type of people in my phone. All types. What you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. That's not where I was going with that, but I like that song. But I digress, okay? Take care of yourself. Get your mind right. I understand what it feels like to be bored. And that's another reason why I created LTR Book Club, which is Love to Read. We had our first meeting today, and I've already sent the ladies the new book, and we lit. We're about to hold each other accountable, read these pages every week, really get our mind right, because I feel like business, I'm solid in my business right now. I'm solid with my workouts. I'm getting myself together, you know. Right now I'm working on drinking more water and reading more. And I'm going to just keep adding more and adding more until I master everything that I want to master. Hey, Henry. Until I master everything I want to master, right? So keep doing that for yourself. Self-improvement is everything. It's key. Because the more you grow, the more you learn, the more you elevate yourself, everything around you elevates. Sometimes people come for me to consultations and they're like, well, my business isn't growing. Well, that's because you're not working on yourself. That's because you're not consistent. That's because every time you're supposed to be at a meeting, you're not showing up. Shit, you came to this consultation late, right? Some of y'all, you'll schedule a clarity call with me, you won't even show up. So when you're not committed to yourself, hey Tiff, how do you expect other people to be committed to you? You won't even commit to you. How can I patronize your business and you're inconsistent? Y'all don't think people see that? They see that. They see that you don't care about you. They see that you don't love you. They're aware. So why am I putting my energy into that? People are serious about where they spend their money. Y'all might think that it's oh, I'm just gonna spend money here. But no, even down to the little things. McDonald's. Do y'all know how long McDonald's has been showing these commercials, the propaganda, those golden arches, those fries, those Happy Meals? So when I go darn near daily for my large caramel iced coffee, they put in work to get that, right? So what makes you think your business is just going to slip through the cracks and be successful just because you want it to be? You got to put that work in. You have to. There's no other way to do it. I always tell you ladies, you cannot cheat the game. So with that being said, if you have not registered for my next event, go click that link in my bio right now. Get your tickets. They're only $40. $40, an hour and a half of your time, and it's going to be well worth it. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Click the link in my bio. I love you so much. And if you need to meet with me, if you need a consultation package and you're like, love, there's just some things in my life I need to get together, what does that look like? Reach out to me. I got you. I'll explain everything to you on a clarity call. It'll take no more than 30 minutes of your time. And at the conclusion, you can decide for yourself if that's what's best for you. All right? But in the meantime, click that link in my bio and come see me. Peace and love.